An artist's studio is not the tidiest place in the world, believe me, but all that disorder is to create order in the work of art and let that art provoke the viewer to push for order in the world. I may be speaking in riddles right now, but you get my drift when you take a look at this feature.
A densely populated residential area, that's Mushin, a suburb of Lagos, southwest Nigeria. But time has caused it to open its doors to other ventures. From a bird's eye view, one can see and feel the energy in the atmosphere. It's no place for a pleasure ride, and just the mention of the area raises eyebrows. Somewhere within this rocket, creativity lurks in a corner. For master artist Dr. Bruce Onobrakbeya, this is spot on, and there are others like him that quietly hone their skills here. Ridwan Oshinowo is one of them. The artist who has become renowned for Islamic art takes the buzz around town and pours into his works. It has become music to the ear.
Well, the noise is part of art. You'll be surprised. Likewise, in the midnight too, the silence, the calmness is part of art. It inspires one as well. You see, you can be even taking the noise around to relax yourself. And that's one reason why if you see an artist in the studio, he will be playing music, trying to see something to go along with, than to really inspire him, to motivate him. So that noise is part of inspiration. Just like you are playing music in your... But all because we have about 3-4 of us around here. Bruce Obakwa is not far from here. Kunladi Yemi is not far from here. He's just behind me here. And some other artists. You can't believe, at least where I am now, I live with everybody that artist is here. Yes. We love that noise is part of it. And at the same time, too, in the midnight alleys, we enjoy the area and all that.
The environment is not the only thing that raises his adrenaline. He also gets a kick from preparing his canvas.
It inspires me a lot.
How?
Oh, fantastic. I stress my canvas in a way that when I finish painting, you won't even need to frame it. Even when I was in school, the idea of the way I prime my canvas, I stretch it, came up. Then one of my lecturers just came in. He said, wow, this is quite interesting. He now brought my canvas out to show to my other colleague. Look at Oshinowo. Look at the way he has stretched his canvas. Very neat, as if...
So that's already gives you a...
In fact, from since then, my lecturer started giving marks.
For
priming, for preparing your canvas.
There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes prior to getting enough pieces to exhibit, and we catch him preparing for his next show, Seed of Peace. As the title suggests, it's a way to use his art to preach love and unity, especially with the menace being carried out by militants worldwide in the name of Islam.
A lot of things have been attributed to Muslims or Islam about peace. I'm sure a lot of people will be surprised on that day. By the time they start seeing references from the Quran that talks about how we can relate to ourselves, Muslims, non-Muslims, what is forbidden for Muslims against other person, other religion fellow, they will see all these things purely from the Quran. And I'm sure they'll be amazed to see all these things because the way I really, of course, they are both from the sayings of the prophets and the message from the Quran as well. All these are put up together to show that look, Muslims are supposed they are the from the Quran that says they are the best of mankind, that call for peace, that call for justice, that call for tolerance, that call for kindness, that call for caring and all that, kindness and all that. So all these things are the attributes of God Himself. And we should live together in peace. And that's actually what Islam preaches. Islam doesn't ask us to go and kill somebody, to go and do this, go and do that. No. So all these misconceptions, really, of course, it has been said by a lot of scholars, but yet let them come and see the visual aspect of it.
And he definitely has his work cut for him because there is a new technique he's adopting for his show.
Well, what actually interests me most in Islamic art is looking at the calligraphy, because calligraphy is an art on its own. You want to talk about the curve, the flow of the curve, the tip, the edge of the calligraphy is an art on its own. And aside that, looking at the way God talks in the Quran, God talks as if you be seen, you feel like illustrating those things. And then, the word of God are beautiful. And then if you decide to look into the word of God, try to bring out some few things, whatever you bring out from that statement or from that expression, whatever from God, it will be very interesting. Like, for example, the way God talks, how he describes the paradise, how he describes this, how he describes that we don't even see those ones. But all those ones we have seen, the word and so on. The word is so beautiful, and all these things actually motivated me.
It's seen from the details of a piece to the frames used for each of them.
It's another medium that I introduce in my coming exhibitions. That submission now, I now mix it with a material I call ACP. ACP means aluminum composite panel. The ACP comes in different color variations. It has mirror gold, it has mirror silver, it has bronze, and all that. And this, with my sublimation, was kind of I merged them together to form an art piece. And the end of it, you see, it comes out very beautiful.
Getting a good number of quality works in a process that can take months or even years. It depends on the artist and the complexity of the work.
It's synonymous, it's common with all artists. And like us, I have one or two projects like that I've been doing, I just abandoned. But you see, any work, it depends, no matter the size, no matter the whatever medium, it takes artists a particular time. At times, a painting can take me 2 days. At times, if it doesn't need to start thinking. I must have conceived. One thing about me is that, and that's one reason why I'm a bit different. If you view some of my archive, you realize that some of my paintings, the idea behind it shows that this artist is not just a painter.
Ridwan likes to bring the shock factor to the whole when he exhibits and also get people to understand that religion does not frown at a creative mind. However, there are ground rules to guide the faithful.
The religions frown at the unlawful things in operations, of course, and then the equally frowns at the bad side of anything. So, be a lawyer, be a medical doctor. There are other things behind all those operations as well that are not all right. Now, looking at the art, Islam frown at putting up images, right? Drawing face, drawing this and all that, realism and all that, coming to say you want to put it in a three-dimensional, you want to sculpt it. No, is it all this Islamic frowns at all this? So, and then aside that, we have a good number of things we can do. Landscaping is there, abstract is there, motifs are there. At least the early Muslims, when they experience kind of instructions or injunctions from the Koreans, you see, they took to basic shapes. And with basic shapes, they performed wonderfully. They did quite a number of things, even look at architecture. So they drew on the architecture, they brought out basic shapes to do all these things. If I draw any human being or face or that, and then if I ask that day to come and put life into them, will I be able to do that? Better, let me still do what is allowed. And that's why you will see some drawings have face and then basic shapes and abstract and landscaping and all that. And then working with calligraphy as well.
Art is evolving, and this contemporary artist embraces technology and doesn't think it means taking the easy road to success.
I do paint on my computer. Okay. Whatever I paint, I can even print it and transfer it. Oh, it works very interestingly, very interesting. All because during the days when if you don't have pencil, you won't sketch. But now, if I don't have pencil, I can do quite a number of sketches on my system. I can illustrate. Now it's very simple, just a matter of we have packages in the systems. We have the CorelDRAW, Photoshop, Photo Paint, Adobe Illustrators, and all that, and CorelDRAW and all that. They are all there. And all these things, if you are familiar with them, with no time you master them, you'll be able to do your painting on them. Because it even shows how good you are. If you could take your pencil, take your charcoal, and draw, and same thing you have drawn, you can still do it on system. Oh, it's a double way something. It makes it faster for you. And that actually been making me being an artist. All things around me are art.
As he counts down to D-Day, his art is just a medium. The brains encouraging him feel there is an urgent need to let people understand that religion and creation cannot be separated. With a clarion call to those who torment others in whatever guise, be it ethnic, racism or religion, to stop the violence and embrace peace.
I bet when you see Mr. Oshinowo or any other artist show, you will look at it differently and appreciate the work, the passion. We really need to encourage our creative minds and also encourage the young ones to explore a career along that path, because art is life. We still have a lot more where that came from, but stay with us for the details.